Okay, I'm Robin from Western Mass, and it is Valentine's Day 2021, and we are entering our question and answer session on our Sunday Mark Ellens call. So, Richard, I have a couple of questions. The first one is from Candy, and she wants to know if you can recommend some place where she can move to that doesn't have mold. Now, I did mention to her that mold is everywhere, but
Arizona,
Arizona, right? Dry air, air purifiers. There, you can if you use a dehumidifier if you're in a humid place, and you can, get a hazmat suit and clean the walls and everything with bleach. But I mean, yeah, I guess Arizona would be probably the best place without mold.
Yeah, we talked about this, I think, last week or the week before. The lady shared that her house was musty and moldy, and it was a sick house, and she had a lot of work to do if she was ever going to get able to live in that house. Ozone treatments constantly, the electrostatic sprayer, because the antimicrobial is an antifungal, so that can be sprayed after the walls are cleaned and everything. A lot of work. But if you're looking for a place, just about any, you don't want to move into a river basin or where there's a lot of rain, or you have a rainforest kind of situation, or places like that. You want higher, drier areas to live, given an opportunity. But I mean, you get an old log cabin up in the mountains, and it'd be full of mold too.
Right. Right. It's hard to totally avoid it. But yeah. All right. I have another question from Natalie. She is new on the call, although she has been. She has your book and is attempting the diet, I guess. I don't know if we haven't actually talked yet. And she is on risperidone. I think it's like 0.5 milligrams, and it's helped tremendously. And she'd like to take a higher dose, but it makes her dizzy. She wants to know what else she can do. But she also has bites and lesions, and I think there's a lot she could do. But I just want to say the first thing, if she wants to go the risperidone route, would be to ask your doctor if you can take more, but take it twice a day instead of a bigger dose once a day. Might be one way around that. But I think that, getting the diet right, bathing, using creams, and attacking the environment will also make a huge difference.
I'm surprised that there's been any benefit if the diet isn't 100% and perfect, but the risperidol, there are like 11 different, about 10 different medications, do reduce dopamine uptake in the brain, thereby reducing the parasitic activity. We have just come out with our Parasite Stop Herbal Cleanse, which we haven't, we've only had it for like a week and a half now and constantly running out of it. We just got a supply in, I think, on Friday. And it's an herbal formula that Barbara, our buddy coach, she's also an herbalist, has put together to reduce dopamine uptake in the brain. It's basically kind of experimental right now because we haven't gotten any feedback from anyone. If anybody is on the call and has any feedback and has been fortunate enough to get it and take it, we'd love to hear from you. Again, none of this is it doesn't negate the value of the diet. The diet, we don't expect any benefit from any of the medications or the Parasite Stop formula or anything unless you're right on that diet. That diet is so critical. And it's a non-forgiving diet.
Right.
We had a
You
lady.
think you're on the diet, but if you're still getting massive bites and lesions, there's probably something you've missed.
Yeah, like for instance, one lady found that the diamond iodized salt has sugar in it, and she thought she was on the diet. Another lady was having trouble with her diet, and it turns out that she was trying to add soy sauce, not thinking that, hey, that's not on the diet. And then she had two other things, and they both had stuff that's not on the diet. So you have to be super careful. It's so easy to make mistakes.
Mess up. Right, but when you get it right, it really makes a difference. And the thing that the drugs or the herbal remedy that you guys have developed is that it allows the diet to kick in, and
right, because
it makes a big difference.
For me, I was lucky. The diet kicked in right away. There was no question. But subsequently to that, I've been reinfected, as you have, on a couple occasions, and had trouble getting the diet to kick in. One time, just taking an extra capsule of Max 1 allowed the diet to kick in for me. Many times, I had to go back on the ORAP to have the diet kick in, and then it took a while for it to kick in. So the diet's got to be right, and then either these medications or hopefully this supplement will reduce our need to rely on these medications and make the diet work. I know personally I'd still be on stage 1 if it weren't for the ORAP, because that allowed me to move on to stage 2 and stage 3, and now no diet. Any other questions?
I don't have any other questions at this time. I don't know if anyone's called or texted Chris.
No, not yet.
Okay, what we're going to do now is Chris is going to open up all of your lines. He's going to open them all. If you are not intending to share or ask a question, please do *6. So he's going to open up everybody, and everybody who is not going to share or ask a question, do *6 to mute yourself so that only a few lines will be open. And anytime you want to, do *6 and you can open your line.
Richard, do I stop the recording now or leave it running?
No, leave it on.
Okay.
Hi, can
Hello?
you hear me? This is Natalie.
Hi, Natalie.
Natalie.
Hi, thank you for answering my question. I just wanted to let you know that I did take 0.5 milligrams twice a day, and I couldn't do it. I was so lightheaded, so dizzy, awful. The thing that really bothered me, even with the diet, were two things. Number one, I still had itching. And even there was a week when I didn't have itching, and then I went to a really small movie theater that was really old, and I started itching again. Realized afterwards it must have been Morgellons in that movie theater. It was moldy. This was New York. Anyway, I did take it twice a day, and it was just impossible for me to stand, impossible for me to take a step because I was so dizzy. Is the ORAP similar?
Well, all these medications, they basically do the same thing, is that except for low-dose naltrexone and doxepin, neither one of them have an impact on the dopamine levels. But they all have the same impact, but they have different receptors they deal with. So you may be able to tolerate one medication better than you can another medication. That's what doctors are in practice for, and that's why it's done under supervision. Because if you have bad side effects from one medication, he can then switch you to another medication, or perhaps do two medications and low doses of each. That's for him to kind of figure out what to do. We're not trained
Well,
that way.
that's the problem. I mean, it wasn't her idea to give me the risperidone. It was another patient who came in and said she's cured after 10 years, you know, because she takes not 0.5 but 1 whole milligram. I couldn't do that. I'd be on the floor. So this doctor really doesn't know that much about this.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. We do have Dr. Sue who would work with you. But, I mean, in the meantime, you might try our new parasite stop formula. Maybe in conjunction, maybe the two together, the medication, because it's a herbal formula, it shouldn't have an impact on any medication that you're taking.
So it's the parasites what formula?
It's called Parasite Stop, Nature's Gift Parasite Stop formula.
Okay.
If you just go to our page, our store, there are a rotation of several products that are on sale. There's the mouthwash, there's the new toothpaste and the Parasite Stop formula.
Okay. All right, I'll try that.
But the other thing is, you have to deal with the environment. If you're not, you got to disinfect your environment, and the bathing makes a big difference. Like if you get the diet right, the lesions and the biting should almost stop once you get the diet right.
Yeah.
And
having been in that theater, you brought them home, so you may have reinfected your environment that you may have gotten clear before.
I understand that. Well, I do use the electronic sprayer, and I just got a recall notice from Amazon. The lithium battery in some cases has exploded and caused fires. So I'm about to return it so the company can send me a different battery pack. So,
right, but you can still use regular spray bottles. You can use.
I do.
You know.
It's just not as effective as the electrostatic.
I found it's not as good as the electrostatic. I mean, that really helped me quite a lot.
Yeah, it's an amazing device. Phenomenal. Okay, thank you.
It definitely is. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
I haven't heard any information about recall of those batteries. Chris,
someone texted me about it. I think it's the newer ones that came out. You know how you couldn't get them for a while?
Oh, so okay.
Because I never got a notice about a recall.
Yeah.
I did from Amazon because that's where I bought it.
Right.
Online.
But I would think that the company would send out recalls if you got one from the company. I haven't heard anything.
It wasn't from the company. It was from Amazon, actually. So.
Okay, thank you. Anyone else like to share or ask a question?
Richard?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is Dottie in Pennsylvania. Richard, you said something about ORAC.
ORAC.
Helps move. What is that?
The medication.
It's Pimozide. It's actually called Pimozide now.
Can you spell that?
Pimozide.
Pimg.
No.
Yes,
Pimoz as in zoo. IDE. It's used for Tourette syndrome normally.
It's in chapter 6 of the book. Chapter 6 of the book near the end. And if you send in your questionnaire, it'll be listed in the recommendations that you get from me.
Okay.
Have you completed the questionnaire?
Yes, I have. I have the recommendations.
Yeah.
I have to look back over it. Yes.
Yeah, look at the recommendations. They're important. There's a lot of information in those recommendations.
Okay.
It's very concise, but a lot of information. Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Dottie. Anyone else like to share or ask a question?
Yes. Hi, this is Gwen Merlin.
Hi, Gwen.
Hi. I've been listening, just haven't been saying anything. I have a question about the sprayer. So you guys, I can order it from the office there now?
Yes, we have one in stock, the electrostatic sprayer.
Mm-hmm.
If you go into the disinfection part of our store, you'll find it along with MetaClean and all the disinfectants that we have.
Okay.
Ozone, everything.
Okay. And what do you put in that?
Well, you can put in the enzymes. We have clean 'em up zymes. You can put that in. You can put in our MetaClean disinfectant. You can put in our Benefect. It's fine-based organic disinfectant.
Okay.
You can put in the enzyme cleaner.
Yeah,
Did you say
clean 'em
up?
up. Yeah, clean 'em up zymes. And you can mix them together. You can also put in the antimicrobial.
Okay.
You can mix these things together. You don't have to spray them individually.
Right.
Okay. Excellent. And one other question. Yeah, that's great. Question about the prebiotic. What is it called again?
Prebiotics. They're different. They're the foods that you eat. Many of them are vegetables. And if you go into the blog, you know how to get into our blog?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. bestmorgellonscure.com. Best, B-E-S-T, morgellonscure.com. There's a link to the blog. And if you know how to do a Control F or Control search function on any computer, just search for prebiotics, and it will take you right to that article.
Okay. Now, what is a restore for?
Restore are minerals to support building your gut biome.
Oh, okay. That's what I was thought. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, restore your gut biome. You know, it's a play on words, I guess. But they changed the name from restore to something else. But it's still in the store.
Okay. Is that R-E-S-T-O-R-I?
E.
Oh, T-O-R-E. Okay.
Right. Thank you.
All right. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome. Anyone else have a question or like to share or ask?
This is Carrie from California.
Hi, Carrie.
Hi. I just wanted to, for you to elaborate on those electrostatic guns to clean. I know she was saying all the things that she can use to let her know. I think you said to run distilled water through them when you're done because mine's actually clogged up.
It's a good idea to run. Yeah, it's a good idea to use distilled water, not the water out of your tap.
Well, I have used regular tap water, but the key is really to make sure that the water used is really hot. You need to take 8 to 12 ounces of hot water and run it through the electrostatic sprayer into your sink. I've had an electrostatic sprayer for 2.5 years now, and I never had it clog up because I do that every time I use it. But I did burn out the motor, and I had to get a new battery, and but it never clogged up because the hot water makes a big difference.
Well, I think we'll go one step further. I would say only use distilled water because depending on the areas of the country you're in, you might have hard water and you'll have calcification. So we don't want to tell you to use your tap water if you got hard water because it will clog it up.
No.
So be safe, use distilled water. That's the only thing I use in mine. I don't clean it out. I only, I might turn it on for 5 seconds, and I wouldn't want to dump it all out and clean it out. It would be just totally aggravating. So distilled water only. Thank you.